Hello, everyone, and welcome to the MySpace podcast. I'm your host, Smiley, and today I'll be reviewing the book Bound to the Shadow Queen by Robin D. Mahle and Elle Madison. This is book number 2 of the Frostbound Court. So let's get into it, shall we? I wanted to mention one thing before I actually get into it. There are 3 books, it's a trilogy, and all 3 are out. So look at that, it's a finished series, finally. Now let's get into it. Rating, 10 out of 10, of course, loved it. I just loved it. The tension, the slow burn, the enemies to lovers, all of it. The slow burn was annoying, yes, but that's a slow burn for you, and it literally just made everything better, so yeah. Also, I am trying something I need to move the camera a little bit. Okay. It may be a little dark. I don't know. But it was just too bright. So I had to turn whatever it's down. Whatever it's called down. Blah, 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 blah. POV. So it shifts more between Everly and Draven. So there's more between them. Genre. Okay. It says it's young adult. But I don't really think it's young adult. Hold up. Let's look. Okay, it doesn't say on this one. But it's not totally young adult, guys. It's older side of young adult and younger side of adult. That's the mix. Now, to the plot / storyline. Don't know why I put an accent on that. So, Everly has been taken by the Scaldwings, as we saw at the end of the first book. That's how you put together words. Scaldwings are one of the Unseelies. They're, I don't really know. There's multiple different types of Unseelies, and there's clans within them. This is also the clan that she grew up in. So, yeah, So Everly has been taken by the Scaldwings, as seen at the end of book 1. They are one of the types of Unseelies, and this is also the clan that she grew up in. They are they don't kill her, but they're not particularly nice to her, and they're not allowed to hurt her or kill her, because of who her uncle is. And her uncle is their leader. I don't remember what they're called. It's Thane. I don't remember. But basically, her uncle wants her for her power and wants to marry her off to some other clan. So the line will keep on going. Now, she can't really get married to somebody else or do anything with anybody else, because she's bound to Draven. And then they're like, oh, well, that doesn't really matter because we're going to break it. So, yeah, they're all like, we'll break it, blah, blah, blah. Which basically means that they're going to kill Draven. During this, Draven is looking for her, why he's doing it, and what he's going to do when he finds her. Okay, the why is because she's his wife. What's going to happen is unclear. But it's not to kill her, because he can't kill her. A secret is found out, or not really a secret, but just something is found out. I feel like I mentioned it in the last book, not in the last video. Anyways, he ends up finding her, and takes her back to the castle, and then proceeds to lock her in her rooms, mainly because he's just angry. I don't know if there's another reason. There are a lot of intense tension moments between them during this, which, are just great. Until they're not, because nothing happens. So Everly and her sister Winnie finally meet up again. They have some nice, cute moments. Yeah. Draven is going through things, just... one of them is that there's something trying to break through the wards in And there's all the stuff with Everly and, blah, 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 blah in his kingdom, so much. They relay some things about Hermana, which are her powers. Then something happens, something good, and then of course has to be something bad to even it out. And then another thing happens, and then in the end, it basically ends with her finally telling the truth about who she really is. And not hiding. Now, starting characters. Everly. She doesn't like how the bond between them is making them feel this attraction. And she doesn't think she actually feels that way. And she feels like she doesn't have a choice because of it. And that's my dog. And well, it's also, she's never really actually had a choice before. Until Draven at some point in this book. Not gonna tell you when, but some point. And she's basically just been trading one cage for another, so she's never truly been free. Because, like, she's been in a cage with a Scaldwing. She's been in a cage when she lived with her biological father. She's been in a cage here in the palace. So she's never actually had freedom or choice. And everyone has always tried to hide the parts of her that were other. So the Scaldwings, the Unseelie, were trying to hide the Seelie parts of her. And the Seelie were trying to hide the Unseelie parts of her. And also, I think I'm saying that wrong, but like Seelie or whatever, but that's how it's gonna go. That's because that's easy. And also because she's a Scaldwing, she does have wings and talons. So yeah. Now to Draven. He is mainly angry because she lied to him. Actually, that's why he's angry. He doesn't hate her in any way. He's just angry that she lied to him, that she didn't trust him enough to tell him her secrets, that she didn't believe him when he vowed that he would always protect her. He'd always protect what's his. So yeah, he never actually hated her. He just hated that she had lied to him. And then also, he feels really betrayed in the beginning by Nevera because of, what happened. And what was found out in the end of the first one. But then they do end up making up, so there's that. Now, to Winnie, this is Everly's sister. I don't know why I had to think about it. So, Winnie knows how Everly feels about Draven, and is just trying to get her to see it, and, actually be like, oh, yeah, I do love him. So this is the big thing that really happens between her and Everly. And then also, yes, there was some vibes between her and another character. So we'll see if that grows later on, because it didn't grow. It wasn't mentioned in this one, so we'll see if it's mentioned in the next book. And maybe it may not be. The wolves? Okay. I really think there's something else about them. There has to be. It could just be my imagination running wild, but, they can't just be there for decoration. There has to be something else. You have these wolves that protect the crown or something of the palace. I don't really remember. They're bound to something. And is that just their whole thing, to just protect? There has to be something else. I'm telling you. Also, Lumen is really sweet. I kind of love him, so, he's my favorite. Also, he's literally the only one that we're told about, and the only one I actually know the name of. Spoilers! So, in the beginning, Everly decides she wants to try to break the bond between her and Draven. Well, the marriage bond, because of, two reasons. She didn't know how she truly felt about Draven. She was thinking that this bond was making her like him and feel that way. Another reason is that there's this other character that had really high hopes that she and him marrying could save the Unseelie. Or it was something like that. It was kind of weird. I didn't really understand it, but Also, she did end up being tortured again and almost killed, so, there's gotta be that at some point. But then Draven found her and took her back to the palace where she was healed, and then he also, before this, to find her, he also killed, a nice-ish character to get to her, so, that was rude. Also, something's gonna come up with that later, I'm telling you. This also brings up something else, because, like, which nice character is gonna die? Because there's always gonna be a nice character that dies, because somebody has to, and it can't be Alaric, who is the one that he killed, because he was there for like 5 chapters, which, you know, isn't enough to get to know him, but it's enough to like start to like him. But like, actually, he wasn't even there for 5 chapters. But there has to be there has to be somebody else. Like, is it gonna be one of the wolves, Winnie, Navarra, Soren? Like, who is it gonna be? Also, Navarra and Soren definitely have something going on together. Something's there, something. Now to Everly's mana, her magic, you know. So since she's half unseelie and half seelie, it's thought that her magic would just war against each other, because it's 2 different types of magic. One's controlled and one's chaos. So, like, you know, that wouldn't really go well together. And they think that it would just basically end up killing her. So basically, it's saying that it's just not safe to give her back her powers. So that's great, you know? I feel like there's something else I was going to say about it here, but I don't remember. So before that happened, Draven tells her that after they get her mana back, she'd be able to leave if she wanted to, so he's giving her a choice for the first time. He also said that if there was no way to do it, then he would help her find a way to break the bond between them. Also, so they were told that the bond didn't force attraction, so that attraction that they're feeling towards each other is real. So, you know, after that was told, we all know what happens after that. Finally. And then also during that part, it is implied that they're actually mates. So, you know, like soulmates. Also, so many alsos. There's a time before this when he touched her wings, and like, if you read fantasy books, then you know what that can lead to. It didn't, but like, he also accepts it. Like, he's okay with it, honestly. He's okay with her wings. I think he actually kind of likes them, if I'm being completely honest. So yeah. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say, but I don't remember what it was. Yeah, that is about it. So, got the 3rd book. I don't know what it's called. May or may not have already started reading it, because life's been happening and I just need something. Yeah, really good book. Loved it. That's about it. So, thank you for watching. And yeah, have a good rest of your day, night, week, month, year, life. Thank you and goodbye.